Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my video review for the trailer for X-Men Days of Future Past. So I got my X-Men shirt on, ready to go. Just finished checking out the trailer, and I gotta say, it looks amazing. I'd have to say that I haven't been this excited for an X-Men movie since probably X3 before we saw X3. Well, I mean, there was some good things about it, and obviously lots of bad things about it, but it looks like they're going to rectify that. Now, there's been some talk about the fact that that was directed by Brett Ratner and not Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer, I believe in past interviews, has said that he may not view that as canon, so I don't know how they're going to handle that, if they're going to just act as if those events never happened. Gene's not in this one, though, so I don't think he can really do that, but it seems like he's going to somehow undo a lot of the events. Now, my theory was, after watching the end of the Wolverine, is that Professor X meets with Wolverine at the end, maybe him projecting himself from the astral plane, which is a storyline from, the 90s, Chris Claremont, X-Men, and previous to that, I mean, it wasn't started there, but it was one that, with the Shadow King and different villains like that in X-Men, that Professor X did use quite a bit in their universe. That theory for me is still kind of standing with the trailer, because Patrick Stewart is there with Wolverine, and then also you have the younger version. Forget the actor. Is it James McAvoy? No, I forget the actor. The younger version of Professor X. The actor who plays him in X-Men First Class. So he's in there. You've got Michael Fassbender, who plays Magneto's younger version, and then you've got the older versions of both. So you've got the younger versions and the older versions of both in the movie, which is really cool to see them have all of those actors all back together in the same movie. Time travel. It looks like Wolverine is going to be sent back into his past mind, or so to speak, from where they're at now, so that he can allow the younger Professor X to read his thoughts, get a read of everything that's happened in the future, and then make some changes. But the older Professor X that Patrick Stewart basically lets Wolverine know is not the same as the newer one. So he is much different, and he may not care. He may not take action and do anything about it, because he's got a whole different attitude and is completely different from his later self. So very interesting. So it'll be really cool to see how they managed to rectify the fact that Professor X was disintegrated into pieces in X3. He transplanted, is that the word? Transferred his consciousness into the consciousness of that man that was at Moira Taggart's place, who was basically just a zombie, just a shell, and had really no brain activity. So we remember that from X3 in the after credit scene, if you guys remember that. So it'll be interesting to see, is he an astral projection? Is there some kind of time travel that has allowed the Patrick Stewart version to come back to life, or to undo the events, or something of the sort, so that he can come back and then meet with Wolverine to give him this plan, so that they're going to undo some past events to stop Trask, who we now know is Peter Dinklage. What's your story, bastard, from Game of Thrones. So that'll be great to see him. Now, he's not in the trailer at all, which I was a little bit, it's okay. It's a great trailer anyway. But I'm really excited to see all of his different parts and how he plays a villain, now that we know he's going to be Trask. So that's fun. At first I thought he was supposed to play Puck. That was the announcements online. But apparently now he's not. He's supposed to play Trask. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. If he does have any kind of mutant powers, or if he's just a regular human, I guess we'll see what happens with that in the movie. But this one's going to hit May 23rd, and I am absolutely just stoked for it. I think it'll probably be one of the best X-Men movies we've had, right up there with X2. X-Men First Class turned out to be really good. By surprise, I didn't think it was going to be before it was released. And it's going to be better than X3, I think, with all the problems X3 had. It'll probably be better than the first X-Men, which was a little short. There wasn't enough there, I think, in terms of the characters, and it was just kind of like a short pilot movie. They didn't know if it was going to work, so they didn't put as much effort into it as your X2 or the others afterwards. So I'm really excited for it. The trailer shows off some really cool scenes. We've got Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine, thank God, and he looks like he's going to have a huge part in this. When they first were talking about the movie, it was my understanding that he was not really going to be that involved. But it looks like now, from when we're seeing the trailer, the teaser, everything like that, and we know that he's going to be the anchor that they send back in time in order to change things. The time traveler, and maybe Bishop too. I don't know what will happen with that. We'll have to see. But definitely Wolverine from the trailer is going to be time traveling. So the fact that he's going to be doing that is going to make him a huge concentration for the movie. I like the new costumes, the black and the very tactical, kind of like X-Force, sort of. They're like all of them, like Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, very tactical looking costumes, futuristic sort of. So those are cool. I like those, and just really am excited for the movie. This movie for me is the one I'm going to be most excited for to see in 2013. Number one, because I'm a huge X-Men fan. I like the previous movies, even X3. Yes, there's things about X3 I do like. For example, the bridge where Magneto pulls the bridge up. The end battle, I think, is really good. There's a lot of things about X3 I do like, aside from the deaths. I mean, Jean's going to die anyway. Professor X is coming back, so that kind of undoes that. So it's not that bad, I think it's actually, with them bringing back Professor X, you knew Jean was going to die anyway, Phoenix, so X3, in my mind, has been rectified with this, with them bringing back Professor X. So it's actually not that bad overall, I think, now that we see it from this later standpoint. So just really, really excited for it. Can't wait to see how it all turns out. Love the fact that they got all the actors returning. I believe after X3, Patrick Stewart said he was not going to do any more X-Men movies, didn't he? I think he did. Looks like he has gone back on his word, and thankfully is going to be doing at least this one, and then we'll see what happens after that. I mean, I'm as happy as I can get with getting this many X-Men movies, and I hope they don't stop. I hope after this maybe they do another one. We'll see what happens. So can't wait to see the Sentinels. Can't wait to see the new Wolverine scenes after the Wolverine. I didn't catch. Does he have bone claws now, or does he have adamantium again? I'm not sure, but definitely Magneto could help him with that if he wanted to. Magneto and Professor X are going to be joining sides, working together, so that's interesting. That's a very interesting dynamic in their contrasting styles. Are they 100% together in this, or are they only together for the time being, and then will they depart at the end? Will there be any kind of fighting between them and their teams? What will happen with that? Lots of interesting questions. Let's see, anything else I wanted to mention? The scene with Wolverine, and there's pictures of this too, where he's got the bullet holes in him. That is awesome. That looks really cool. Like he's got like all these gunshot bullet holes in his, in his chest and stuff. It just looks awesome, and I'm really stoked for X-Men: Days of Future Past. For me, the most anticipated movie of 2014, because I'm such a big X-Men fan. So anyway, if you guys have checked out the trailer, if you haven't, link will be in the description. But if you have, let me know what you think about it. Let's do some predictions for it. X-Men: Days of Future Past. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. So I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.